This is, oh my gosh, what is this? Week 10, and this is our makeup day. So let's start off with you sharing what's your 30-day vision. So that means what do you visualize? What is the month of December going to do for you? And what are you going to do to make it happen? So we'll go with Linda first.
December, I would like to get to 1,200. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I will try my hardest. And in order to do that, I've had 2 events so far. I have a party coming up on the 13th, which is usually a really good one. This is the 4th annual Ugly Christmas Sweater Party that my host has done, and I have to stock up a lot because they want it all cash and carry. So
Oh yeah.
in the past it's been like $600 or $700. So so I'm hoping there'll be a lot of big spenders there.
Do you do that at her place?
Yeah, at her mom's house actually, because her house is not big enough. So.
Oh, okay. And how far away does she live from you?
Just about 6 miles.
Oh, why don't you host it at your place?
It took me a while to haul all that stuff in there, so yeah.
Why don't you host it at your place?
I know. I should. Oh. And then I'm having an open house on the 16th. So then that'll probably be the end, and then I'll probably catch, probably people always call me and say, hey, I need a gift. So I'm actually putting together those little mugs that has been posted around.
Yep.
Have those for my open house, and just little things like that I can share and try to get rid of some stock. So hopefully that will get me to my 1,200.
What is your highest PRV lifetime for December? Do you know?
Oh, I want to say my very biggest one, but I don't know if it was in September. It was over $2,000.
I mean, December. What was your highest? Do you know how to check to see what your highest December PRV?
Yeah, I do, but
so those
remember offhand.
Okay, so those of us listening who aren't sure, you click on your performance tab, and then you can select your day or your month and the year, and which is what we do a lot when we're doing our goal setting, especially at the very beginning of every year when we set our year-long goal and then our quarterly goals, etc. But it's fun to hear what your 1,200 PRV goal is, Linda, and I'm out of curiosity, where does that compare in the past? So if you're not sure, maybe it's kind of a fun thing to look at, because a lot of times that tells us the realism.
Yep.
Or, you know what, we're stretching, right? We're Team Stretchy Pants for a reason. If you don't want to use a life reserver or life preserver or end with using a preserver, then the 1,200 PRV and to reinstate or sponsor somebody new is what you want to do, which is fun.
I'm also working on a reinstatement to get her to certified too. So.
Oh, sweet. So she wasn't certified before?
She lost everything in Florida. That was the one. And then moved to Kentucky. And so I've been working with her saying, we got to get you certified. We got to get, a raise, a 5% raise. So I've been working hard with her. So hopefully I will have one.
Does she live in Oregon now?
No, Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. You said that.
Yeah. So
how did you meet her?
Long distance. She used to live here in Tillamook. So she was a great hostess, and then I turned her into a consultant. So, yeah.
Yay, good job.
Yeah.
How about you, Debbie? What does the month of December look like for you, and what are you going to do to make it happen?
Okay, hopefully you can hear me without too much car noise.
Actually, it's great.
Is it? Oh, good. So I actually front-loaded a lot of my business for the early part of December because I had 2 events, and also starting to kind of look forward because I've got another event coming up later on. But anyway, I think the rest of the month is going to be just focusing on zeroing back with some of the prior customers, and I've been getting a lot of phone calls like yesterday and today. and just people saying, oh, I need some more bars. And one lady called me today and basically ordered enough to make it another party. So that was kind of cool. So I love it when it's that busy. So, and my goal is to try to have things pretty well wrapped up by about the 16th of the month. I mean, most of my sales, because I don't want to be running around on Christmas Eve delivering product.
Yeah, smart.
And there's a little football game too.
Are you going?
Yeah.
So what's your PRV goal?
My PRV goal is probably about 1,000, maybe 1,500.
And then I'll ask you, and I don't know if you know. Do you know what that compares to your Decembers in the past?
I think that my prior Decembers have probably run around 1,200 to 1,500, because I always try to front load in November.
So why wouldn't you, I don't know, just stretch out there for 1,200, knowing that, it's just a little challenge for our splashers?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Today I just checked, and I've gotten a whole bunch of orders from people that I don't even know on my website. So that is helping.
Oh, that's deluxe.
I know. I love it.
Yeah, so that reminded me your what did I want to ask you about that? Your PRV goal, that was 1,200 front load. Oh, I know, this is so exciting. We have to give a big woo to Debbie, because she rake advanced to superstar consultant. And how on earth, what were you doing to slay your PRV? That was a lot of PRV.
Well, I had a lot of home parties, and for the first time ever, I had 4 people on my very small team were all active. And one person finally, was literally putting in an order at like 10 o'clock at night, and she kept trying to call me to figure out she was having issues with her computer and stuff. But I've never had 4 people active all at once, and that was pretty exciting.
Oh my gosh, doesn't that feel amazing?
Yeah, it was. But, the whole deal was in the parties. And then I've continued to get calls from people that not only were at the parties and placed orders with the parties, but following up, oh, hey, I need this, and can you bring by one of these? And so, anyway, that's been kind of fun.
That is so exciting. After all of these years, too, just to know that you just never know, right, when it's going to happen, when the PRV goes like that, or when you rank advance, or when your team members click, or when you just, you decide that that's actually fun. You said that last time that you've been doing home parties and you like them.
Yeah, they've actually been fun this year. I've had made a lot of really good friends.
What do you think the difference is in your enjoyment or the satisfaction of your home parties?
Well, for one thing, and I don't know that I've done anything any differently other than the parties that I've been to. The hosts have actually had people there that wanted to be there and knew that they were coming to a party. I've had other parties where no one has showed up. But every single party I did, the people that were there were all there wanting to buy. The hosts were great. And the other thing that I found was interesting, the 3 parties that I did that were really big ones, all of the hosts had moved to Idaho within the last couple of years. So they were new to Scentsy, and so it was kind of a new experience for them.
Wow, what are the chances of that?
I know, isn't that funny? In fact, the one lady that just called me back today, when she came, that was the first time she'd ever even heard of Scentsy.
In Idaho?
In Idaho, yeah.
And this is not a setup question, do you feel that is there anything different you did intentionally or happenstantially with your host coaching that there was people there now at their party?
Probably a little bit. I did make sure that I followed up with them as soon as I, got the information that they want to do parties. And then I sent out packages to them I called them and said, okay, I'm going to send you a package about 10 days before the party. And then I followed up with them to make sure they got the package. And then followed up again, probably a couple days before, just to see how many people were coming to the party. And then we did some fun, not a lot of games, but just some little games.
Okay. Is that any different than what you had done in the past?
Probably a little more on purpose, or a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Deliberate,
Okay.
maybe. And the other thing, and I don't know if this made a difference, but when I sent their packets to them, I sent them priority mail. And to me, I think that makes it look like it's a little more important, and it really doesn't cost any more money.
That's a good little tip. It seems so simple, and it doesn't cost. Ooh. Well, and you mentioned, and I don't know if I'm trying to read into it, but you said you followed up right away. Especially after a long fair, that can be really powerful.
Yeah.
We follow up because they were excited when they initially booked, and so we want to be able to capitalize on that energy.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, it was a good month.
Do you guys want to hear my 30-day goal, or?
Sure. I'll mute myself here.
Okay, thank you for asking. So, hi, Lindsay. We're sharing what's your December look like, and what are you going to do to make it happen? And so, so far, Linda and Debbie had shared. Would you like to share? What is your December goal, and what are you going to do to make it happen?
Oh, I really want to hit 2,000 again.
You sound stuffy.
I got a head cold. I started getting a sore throat last night, and this morning I'm feeling awful, but I went out all day. Oh, well.
Yeah, so sorry. Take your drugs.
I know, take my drugs. So my push for this month would be 2,500.
Wow. Whoa.
I'm going to push for it. And I really want to get at least 2 people to sign. And I think I'm going to do it. I think they're right there. So I'm going to just push on that. How I'm going to get there? I'm trying. So I made up little flyers that I mailed out to all of my people who have ever ordered from me. And just put in the scent of the month and that flyer, and then just my little, I don't know what I did with them, little write-up about the scent of the month, and I have it.
We can still hear you. It's fun.
Fun. Okay. So I just said about the scent of the month and how pretty it is, and pair it with Scarlet Woods, and it's, you know, the ultimate feel and smell for the holiday, that it's 10% off, and that I love referrals. And then I just put my site and phone number and stuff on that. So I'm going to try to do that for about 3 months and just see who I get to continue to order, where I go from there. That's my push.
Did you, Lindsay, did you see that on the AHA group, the gal that talked about her 3-month referral and giving free samples and the postcards that she sends out?
I did, yeah.
I need to post that on the beach, huh?
Yeah, that would be good.
Let's remind each other to post it, because it sounds like that's something like you're doing.
Yep, similar to what she's doing, exactly. But I didn't make up postcards, but
no,
I sent something like on that 3rd month. If they didn't order, then I'll send something about, hey, don't miss out. This is, you know, this is your last month for your free sample, and something similar to that, but just something that I type.
Can we see what it is? How did you package it?
Oh, in my envelopes?
Yeah, let's see your envelopes, please.
Well, they already went out, but.
Okay, how many about?
Well, I ran out of the scent of the month flyers, or the warmer, whatever, the monthly flyer. So I ran out of those. So I only sent out 19, and then I have 19 more. So I printed up their little label, and I made these little stickers that enjoy your Scentsy, and then I put my site and my name. And then on the back I have ask me how to earn your dream business, little stickers, and then book your party.
Did you hear Debbie, are you trying to pay us for the ideas? We see you flashing around money.
Woo!
Love it.
Did you hear?
No, we stopped at a rest stop, and I was going to have my husband get me water.
Oh, Wow, we couldn't even tell. That's fun. Lindsay, I don't know if you heard when you got on that Debbie sent her hosting packets via priority mail. And she's always sent priority packets, but she thinks that made a difference because they actually would go through it because there's something about the word priority on the envelope maybe.
Yep.
And she said it's the same price. So I'm definitely going to look into that for some of my mailings.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, or we could make we could put our own little stamp that says Rush, or, some of that fun thing, those little stamp marks that we see on some of the packages that we get. We're all, ooh, can't wait to open
this. Yeah.
So I have to say, it just warms the cockles of my heart to hear you say 2,500 PRV and 2 new team members. And you just joined this year, because we've been comparing, we're talking about how does your PRV goal compare to what your highest has actually been in the years past in December? Well, you don't get to do that. And so we talked about how to go back and look at it. But just the fact that that is such a huge confidence jump for you. You wouldn't have said 2,500 and 2 new team members 6 months ago. I know it.
No.
I know. It is so exciting.
It was something to do with the Scentsy reunion. It just had such an impact on me to go and see all those people and listen to everyone, and wow, it changed me. It changed how I see this business, and it's a business, I want it to grow, and it's fun.
Oh, I love that testimony, because we can't describe it until you've been, and that's why Ken and I say there's not a single better investment that you can make in yourself and in your business than first, your website, the $10 a month. Second is Scentsy Family Reunion. That is something that we can not put a label on, huh? It really does. It just, Katie Farter is a great example. She was with Scentsy 3 years, and then she came.
I love listening to her.
You what?
I love listening to her.
Yeah, she got bit. After 3 years, she did nothing. And then it was one of those moments, because she was in our fun little team group, and she was like that almost every time I look back at her. She thought, I'm going to do this. I can do this. I had no idea. So I can't wait to hear more of your testimony on that when we start sharing those to get more team members ramped up for SFR.
Yeah.
So keep us posted. For you too, Debbie and Linda, you all had some kind of strategy, whether you front loaded, whether you sent out more mailers, because you can still do that. My goal, which it took me years to start making a goal other than what I can control for the most part. So for this month, just for something fun, I call it my 222 goal. I want to hit 2K. Last year at this time, I did 38. But it didn't sound good to go 242 or 224 or 242. And to be honest, I really want my other 2. And if I try to get too much PRV, then my other 2s aren't going to happen. So my other 2 is to sponsor, that's my goal every single month, is I want to get myself in front of so many new people that I'm sponsoring 2 new people and reactivating 2 new people. 2 and 2. Oh, and there's a fourth 2, and that my fourth 2 is I want 2 new team members, not 2 new, I want 2 team members to rank advance at least once. So when I say that I'm trying to get, I could go for my 4K, and I feel comfortable enough, I could, probably hit the 4, and I'm not being braggadocious, but I thought if I put the energy into that 4K, then I'm not going to be as helpful or guiding for these team members that I'm looking at that I think could rank advance, especially my newbies. I want them to rank advance so much because it just bites them. It just gets them. And when they rank advance, then they start feeling the comfort, and then it's perfect setup for World Tour. And then once we get them on World Tour, then we can get them to get to SFR. And just like you said, Lindsay, there's nothing else like it, but they won't want to go to SFR unless they've tasted some kind of success in their business. So my challenge to all of us is when you're setting your monthly goals and what are you going to do about them, don't forget your team members. don't forget somehow, some way on how you can help or guide them. Whether it's a physical where you can see their rank advancements, or whether you can say, I want to do a team meeting. I have never done a team meeting, and I'm going to do one. I have 3 people in my team, but we're mighty. It doesn't matter if you have 1 person on your team. That's 2 of you. Start it. If you don't start it, you probably won't. But that is the rush, is that, and you guys know, you feel that, huh? We talked about this a little bit after we all went to dinner after our Christmas booth, huh? And we talked about how fun it was just when you get your first team member, and then they start becoming successful, and it makes it so exciting and more rewarding. So that's what this whole leadership program is about, is we always want a PRV and sponsor goal. So now we're going to start stretching our mindset to start thinking, okay, now I also want to have my goal for a team member. I can't set their goal for them. I'm not going to be able to say, I want them to hit 2K, or I want them to get active, but I can do whatever I can to guide and encourage them and inspire them through the influence that I show through the enthusiasm, just like passion. Right? So Lori, you just joined us, and you can type in, we're sharing what's your December goal and how are you going to go about making it happen? And so I know you're going to type in. Did any of you guys get a chance to listen to the Make Your PRV Sing? Because I know we listened to it in the summer. I love it. Linda, what's your takeaway on it? Nobody posted, by the way. Nobody posted a takeaway that I saw. Did I miss it?
I just posted because I've been busy all this week, and plus I'm dealing with a pinched nerve in my neck, so I haven't been too excited.
Is it Gary?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping it's not bone spurs. Like I grow bone spurs in my neck.
Uh-oh.
Had 2 surgeries. That's what it feels like. My arm just aches and aches and aches. But anyways,
So sorry.
I had listened to it last summer too, but it was a nice review about, I liked the beginning, the middle, and the end. Just start out at the beginning with just give them a little tidbit, and then go into maybe products that you really enjoy. And then get back to your middle and talk about maybe why you joined Scentsy, and where it's gotten me, and maybe you could relate, kind of frame your story so it relates to, hopefully, to somebody in the room, and then close it with a powerful ending. I don't know. That's kind of, it's been hard for me to do that. So, any tips? So far.
You're just not there yet.
But, keep listening to her, and she's got some really great information. And so I don't want it to get to where it just rolls off, naturally. Because I think that's when you make your biggest impression.
When it's authentic.
Yeah, authentic. And with me, I buy into, and I was thinking maybe you want to change your story depending on what month you're in, too. Like now with Christmas, I told you I've been able to pay for Christmas. Gary looks forward to me paying for all Christmas.
I bet he does.
Instead of charging, which years and years ago we used to charge, and then January'd come around and you'd be really depressed because the bills would start rolling in from Christmas. So that's been a big deal. That's been a big deal for us anyways. So I would try to maybe change my story up a little bit this time of month and maybe work that in, because maybe it might touch somebody.
Yeah, and maybe one way, I'm just thinking out loud with you, one way might be to update your join page. Your story there, because then you type it out, and that just, it helps us live it, and then we feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
When you guys post, will you post on the same thread that the link is? Because then that'll remind people too.
That's where I posted
You
there.
did? Perfect. Because I think it's the recording that's pinned to the top. The Make Your PRV Sing isn't. We can only pin one thing. So you guys can see Lori's chat, right? So her goal is a 15 PRV and to sponsor at least one new team member. She also says that she has 2 or 3 that are going inactive. So maybe that would be a fun goal, a fun goal for you to inspire through your influence of passion about, you know what, we cannot motivate the unmotivated. They're only going to do what they want to do, but they got to have a feeling, why would I want to do it? Why do they want to get active? What's in it? And to be honest, if they're not able to get at least a $200 entry between November and December, then they're not in it right now. Their heart isn't in it, their head's not in it, and it's not a bad thing. Maybe it's just not right. So what you'll start to get more comfy with is, instead of putting all of our energy into the ones who aren't motivated, the best thing to do you know what the best thing to do is? Anybody? Sponsor someone new! Because you know how invigorating that is every time you get a new team member, because then it doesn't make you put all your heart and energy into the ones who aren't really wanting it anyway. Because remember, you want to spend your time with those who deserve it, not with those who demand it. And the ones who are demanding it are usually the ones who aren't performing. Well, they're not performing because they're not excited, they're not motivated. So I'm not saying for 1 second they don't matter, because every team member matters. Somehow, some way, they bring value. It's up to us as one of their leaders to paint a picture of them to get the emotional attachment so they know and can see and feel the value. Oh, speaking of that, I forgot to tell you what my plan is to make December's 2222. So I have 6,000 and something on my newsletter distribution list. So you can go, I had to learn all this today. So I went onto the contact list and sent them all a personal message and invited everybody. If you're in the Eagle, Idaho area, please come see me at my open house. It's my annual customer appreciation, the 15th, 16th, and 17th of December, blah, blah, blah. And I just kind of gave the details. And I said, you're not local? I still want to reward you. If you enter, if you do an order on my party during that window and those times, then I'm going to send you a free gift. So I think that will help if I still made it worth the while for people who order on my website. And then we just had a Christmas booth this weekend, and I don't remember how many contacts, but got those all entered into the newsletter because it goes out tomorrow. And then I kept a separate list, and I'm going to email all of them because they're all local. And I'm going to email all of them and let them know about my open house. But the majority of them already got a flyer, but I just want them to hear it more. So I wish there was some way on email now to do voices, because I do voice texting on my follow-ups, and I can't tell you, the gal I sponsored today was a voice text, and she says, you know what, I got a couple of texts earlier and I just missed them, but I don't know why, I wanted to hear yours. And so we met, and she got to meet Orville and Heidi today. But there's a lot of value in seeing us and obviously hearing or feeling our voice. So consider that when you're doing some of your follow-up. And then Lori said about her almost going inactive, but maybe not. Just depends. Maybe they want a little bit of, maybe they have a little bit of Christmas shopping to do, and they can consider just paying themselves to do that little Christmas shopping by purchasing Scentsy. The buddies are on sale, so maybe highlight the things that are on sale to bring them value, Lori. One just got reactivated, and she's not doing anything. Well, it's not necessarily for everyone, and if it's not happening in November or December, maybe in the long run, they're just going to be a better customer. But you can decide that after you've worked with them a little bit. Lindsay or Debbie, did you guys have a chance to listen to that? Because we know this is crazy busy time of the year. Have you had a chance to listen to the Make Your PRV Sing video?
No.
Wait, was that what it was? The Make Your PRV Sing?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm having a thought. Didn't we do that one in the very, 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 very beginning of Flip Flops?
I think so.
That's the wrong one. Because Linda, you're sitting there talking about the what my favorite thing was. It's not Make Your PRV Sing. Oh no, let me go look, because I think I posted the wrong one. Holy cow. Oh, Music to Their Ears. Big difference, because making your BRV sing was that first one. It was all about the different ways just to get yourself out there and make your PRV. Music to their ears was a plethora of your business, how to tell your story, how to do your follow-ups, how to get your family involved by calling them the board of directors. You'll love it, Lori, because it really does. It really helps the little guys in your family to know that they really could have a role. Can you imagine having those many business partners or these young kids learning about what it's like to own your own business at that age? And so she talks about how you have the conversations with your spouses, your significant others, your supporters, your family, etc., to get them on board, because when they're on board, your business will soar. And until they get on board somehow, it is a battle for all of us. And when I say on board, I'm not just saying, yeah, go ahead, do, we support you and all of that. What I got from her big takeaway was how powerful it can be when they have buy-in to the results, because they know if they do this, then they get this. If they do this, then this can happen. So if you haven't had a chance, and did you have a chance to talk? Oh, okay. Debbie said no, I just saw her little thing. Yeah, so, and Lori, you listened to it this summer, and so did I, and then I listened to it again last week, and that's why I'm questioning going, PRV sing, but it was a music concert. That's why they all related a little bit. Okay, so if you haven't, refresh yourself, especially this time of year, because this is the time of year where we'll just get into this hyper flow. Like you were saying, Debbie, you just get people calling, texting, emailing, I need, can you get, I need, it's so fun. It's such a great problem. It makes me wonder, how many of these other direct selling products, do you think Pampered Chef and Avon and Tupperware get that? I mean, they might, but I don't know if it's to the degree that we do, right? We were across the booth from this Israeli group of skincare professionals, so to speak. They're all young. And they came over to our booth at the end and were just, oh, you by far most busy of show, all show busy booth all weekend. And it just made me think, I wonder how often that happens. It's such a great problem. Okay, so the last little, okay, did you guys have anything else to add on music to their ears? Okay. Anyone want to share your follow-up system? I didn't see any of those, but honestly, you guys, it's the cow for the week, so you can try to catch up on it. If you don't have a follow-up system, then you want to. Does anyone care to share or show or just talk about, and just be specific? Is it a follow-up for your parties, or is it a follow-up for your prospects, or is it a follow-up for your sales? Is it a follow-up for your new team member? Follow-ups are so all-inclusive.
Who posted a video? I can't remember who she, but she
Jessica.
was Jessica. So
yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a lot away from that one. So yes, but follow up is when I first started, I didn't do any follow up. So, and I kick myself now because I really missed out on those follow ups. So, and I've lost, several customers because of it. So.
Me too.
I know. So it is important, but I'll get there. So.
Lindsay, do you have a follow-up system of anyone to share?
I don't really. I'm so not good at it. It's sad.
Do you have a vision of what you kind of want to play with or start?
I'd like to touch base with all of my people who order from me every month, but I don't.
So your sales people, like online or in person or both?
Both.
Ah, okay. So
that's what this little envelope 3-month thing, I'm going to try that out and see where that goes and see who's really interested and let them know, you know what, I am still a consultant. I am still here, because a lot of, network marketing people don't stay. It does get kind of tough and they just back out. Yep. So I do want my people to know I'm still here. So I got to let them know.
So do you have an idea or a system already in place on how are you going to follow up on those 19 that you sent out? Do you have a little folder or file drawer?
It's just a file with all their names in it. Like I alphabetically put them in there, and it's just their, that sheet.
Oh yeah, perfect.
And then I, put what info I have on them, and then I attach like all their order forms with their name.
Okay, perfect.
Kind of look back at all of that. And
then can you see how powerful when we talked at our Wednesday, I think it was our last Zoom when we talked about having a power hour, at least a power hour. I do follow up Friday. You see how powerful when you purposely set your time aside. If you don't, you won't follow up on that, huh? And then what happens to us? It's like clutter. It just builds up, and then it eats at us, and then we guilt trip ourselves, and then all of a sudden we are insecure and we're beating. It's cyclical in everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that's great.
Ever. It just kept working and working, and I got everybody done, but I mean, this is a big stack of people. That was a lot of work.
That's awesome. Well, initially, right?
Yeah, but I'm glad I did, because then I had one call and I'm like, oh, and I just went right to her name and I pulled it out, and she's like, you have my credit card on my old order form, right? Well, yeah. That's easy. So I like that.
Oh, that's so great. So you have an alphabetical file system then?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then you have them filed by, however, first name or last name, however you're going to remember them, right?
First name, yep.
Okay. So, Linda, what would you say is one or two takeaways you took away from Jessica's video on our page, on the beach, that comes to mind that you're going to implement, you said?
Well, I'm going to try and use all of hers. It looks pretty intensive, so I'm going to have to watch it a few more times to get it. And she just said, just don't get overwhelmed. And I'm thinking that's where I'm at right now. You get overwhelmed, just like you said, you get piles here and piles here, and then you don't do any of it. So I need to, first of the year, I'm just going to really concentrate, maybe at the end of the year, try to get a little bit more organized. I was always organized when I worked, so I don't know why I can't be organized when I stay home.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you said that, because I had to reflect on that too. You know why? It's because we had to, because we were doing it for someone else.
I know.
If we didn't, we'd get fired.
Yep.
Dang it.
But I'm more important than they are. So
yes, you are. I'm telling you, we've all been there, but it's the easiest thing to do. But if you just start with one, just start with the one that you think. My personality is I'm going to start with the one now that I think is the most important in my business. And there's nothing more important than sponsoring and offering this business opportunity to change other people's lives. So I would start with sponsoring and how I follow up with all these prospects and these new people and how often and what I say, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll go to my team members. And I'm in a different place right now because I've built my customer base up. So I'm not going to go right to my PRV if I don't have a follow-up for my PRV, for my previously ordering customers, etc. So if you're just starting, that, like what you're doing, Lindsay, is great. Start with a follow-up system with your PRV, because then you're going to tweak it and then get more comfortable. And then as you grow your team, then you're going to go to that, and then you're going to go with following up with your team, not just your prospects, etc. So I have a really fun, just now thought of this, but this will be kind of a silly dorky. But you know what? They're going to know that our group makes a splash. And we're going to be all about FU 2018. Follow up 2018. That's what the FU is. If you do nothing else for your business, FU 2018. Figure out your follow-up system. Plural if you want to be really stretchy. Pick the one you want to do first. How are you going to follow up with your customers? the ones that order at parties, the ones that order at the line. You could do all the same for that. Do you want to do a monthly rotating? So you have a rotating monthly calendar. So it has January, February, March through December. And then when you're in January, you pull those out during your follow-up day and you go through however you want, and then it rotates. And then when January's done, you put January in the back. Now February, you get the idea. And then when you talk to somebody and you want to follow up with them in 2 months, well, this is December, so I'm going to follow up and I put it in the February folder, and then they're already, what are you going to do? But that's why it's so great when we have all of those, the AHA videos and the beach, when we all start sharing our different follow-ups. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. They're going to be so powerful. So I would love for you guys, so our cows for this week, which tomorrow is our new week, but our cows for this week were to show or share any kind of follow-up system. So one of the fun things that I think it would be for all of us is to start posting. Yeah, it's funny, and yeah, it could be naughty. However, it makes it sticky when we say F you 2018, right? F you, business. That's right. Follow up in my business. So work on that. And then, gosh, we only have 2 more calls left. Can you believe that? For the flip-flops group, 2 or 3. But either way, God, maybe we could do a resolution follow-up or something like that. I don't know, because it would be kind of fun to hold each other accountable. But you guys have anything else to add on the follow-ups? I don't know if you read Lori's post, and she always includes a thank you. Thank yous can go a long way. I put a coupon in my hostess thank yous on their next order. In each month, I try to do, each of my busy months, I forget about all these things until we talk about it. But I always do a host challenge of the month if you're up for it. And I hand write it. So I had 12 parties in November. So I only had to write 12 stickies. I wrote the same thing 12 times. And it said, hey, host appreciation special. Whichever hostess has the top sales, you get $75 shopping at my end of year open house, the 15th, 16th, and 17th, which is all my remaining inventory left from the year and all of that. So out of the 12, I only had 2 that were really bitten, but all of them had at least 500, and the 2 that won had over $1,000. Well, the one that won, she had 1,000, but it was so close I gave the other gal $50 shopping spree. But what's that going to do? They don't come shopping by themselves. Women don't do that. So I know they're going to bring a friend, so then it'll help me get more. And my annual open house has been going on for about 8 years now, so it's very consistent. So I get a lot of repeat customers, and just within, I'm doing it on the 16th, 15th, 16th, and 17th, so I can still order before Christmas. So I'm thinking I should be able to hit my 2K. That's why I went with just 2K as opposed to 4K, even though in my little heart I really want to do 4K. That's going to be my own little reward. I'm really concentrating on sponsoring 2 new people, reactivating 2 new people, and getting 2 team members to somehow rank advance. So, and then of course, I have a lot to do because I'm burnt out on my follow-up system. And so I'm going to FU some new system too in 2018. But maybe all of us together can kind of powwow that out. Okay, any other thoughts or questions? Oh, so did I tell you I put a coupon in my orders as they get them? And all of my orders for the holidays, 10% off that's what I'll say, 10% off an item at my open house because I want them all to come. So out of those 12 parties in December, all of them got a special 10% off coupon. Or I have this, I have a stack of them I just keep right by my desk, and I made these on Vistaprint about 3 years ago. It says, a gift for you, and it's a redeemable for authentic Scentsy fragrance products. You deserve the original wickless candle. And then on the back, it's a picture of me and my boyfriend, and it says 2, 4, and this is a gift from. So I'll say to you, my lovely customer, for 10% off at my open house, and then I include the flyer to my open house. Or I'll say to you, the highest purchaser at the party, you get $5 off your next order. And then it says it's a gift from me. I have my contact information on there, and I said, You can shop first so you know what you want at my website, and I put it. And then I said, I get to take care of you in my contact info. Then right here, I have the date and when it expires. And then, because I think it makes it look more official, I have a little line right here for the number. What number of gift certificate is this? And so I put the date backwards, the date that it was purchased. I'll write that. So if they bought it today, 12/05, I would put 5021. But I know it. It doesn't matter if they know. It just looks official. So I put that in, and people don't want to throw away a gift card. And it's the size of a legal envelope. But see, but I'm tired. I've done that for 3 years now. So I need a little something new. So let's work on how we're going to do our follow-ups. Try to get to the music thing in the next week or so if you get any downtime. But, to be honest, just try to do it by the end of December, because this whole flip-flop groups, even though we're done in 2.5 weeks, you still have till the end of the month without having to use a life preserver. So that's kind of a fun goal. So anything you heard here, anything we've all gained from each other, share it with your team members, because you're all leaders or you wouldn't be here. Okay? All right, so we'll chat again tomorrow night. Woo-hoo! And then it's the same link on Sunday as it always has been, but I'll post it again, and that way it'll still kind of be at the top. Because tonight I couldn't get the same links to go because it already went off because the day expired. So I just created a new one. But on Sunday at 7, it's the same old gig, okay?
Okay.
Okay, then. We'll see our splashers tomorrow night. Make a great evening. Good night.
Good night.
Lori says, when you do an open house stash, do you discount? Yeah, I do. Up to 75%. Oh, I wish I had a flyer here to show you. I make a really cute red and white flyer. I'm a candy cane-ish, I don't know, whimsical. And then, yeah, Lori, so when you get stuff at the flash sales, I don't go cray-cray on it, but I purposely like to have those for my hostess. It's a customer appreciation open house. My hosts get to come on the first day. So everybody else knows it's the 15th, 16th, and 17th, but my hosts get to come shop on the 14th. It's very prestigious. And then stuff that, oh my golly, well, Lindsay, you saw, we had a $20 shelf at the Boise Christmas show. Yeah, that's up to 75, 80% off. So yeah, I do not discount bars. Why? You don't need to. I've never needed to discount bars. I do say, if you buy 2 warmers, then you can get 6 bars for half price, but that's a perfect system. So that's what we get in the catalog. It's just worded differently. And then, yeah, I really, my goal is for me to go from all of the inventory. I have 31 warmers, different warmers, but that doesn't include new ones, but 31 different warmers left from the Boise Christmas show. I want to end up with like less than 10 by the end of the Christmas show. So, yes. And so then whatever I've left is the door prize. They don't necessarily need to know, but I'll say, hey, got into the drawing because I reward fat, especially at the end of the year. So hopefully that answered your question. So yes, it is but I call it my hostess and customer appreciation, not just my end of the year D-stash. I want them to feel super important. So I'm glad you asked that. Because see, I do all these things and I forget why. Okay, any other thought or question, y'all? Okay, for real then, night. Make it the best night of your life, and I hope you feel better, Lindsay. And you were on before, but we gave a woo-woo to Debbie because she rank advanced to superstar consultant. Woo! Wow. I can't count that as helping one of our team members, though, because A, you did it on your own, and B, that was really technically November. So, okay, you guys, sleep well. Bye.
See you all. Bye.